my loves, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Joey. Oh, sending you some love. Got the heart chakra. Nice deep breath in with me, okay? Oh my goodness. The energy that I'm channeling right now is, I feel this excitement. I can feel it running right up to my throat. And it's like the second that I want to express or like let this out, there's some form of like heaviness or doubt or like, oh, could this really happen? Or there is some sort of like feeling of heaviness and doubt. And yeah, I am feeling this very, very, very strong energy from a loved one who has crossed on. This feels like, for some of you, it feels like a spouse. But for some of you, it could be like a masculine father, grandfather figure. I'm feeling very much like this. Yeah, this is someone, this card has been coming out. I got a couple pages that I channeled here, and this was the same cards that were coming out last night for this. For some of you, it could be quite a mother, but I am getting a lot of like parental energy with this collective. There are some spouses, but this is mainly, I don't get as much sibling energy from this, but this is someone that genuinely was devoted to you, that worshipped you. I am hearing these lyrics. It says the empty hole in my chest. I'm learning how to erase it. And it's about the hole like that, or the crack that they left when they passed on. And that is what I'm feeling. And there's just this energy of like, I'm sorry. They didn't mean to leave you. And for some of you, I genuinely believe that they're really waiting for you to kind of step back into the throne of your heart and allow yourself love again. Not only from others, but from yourself. There is like this sense of being so shut down that you're not even allowing yourself to love. And so I think when we're in this energy, I think a lot of times we seek external distractions. And so spirit and your guides and your loved one is really trying to help you change your habits. And for some of you, you already are changing those habits. Ooh, the energy that I feel in my throat. Whew. And the message is from your loved one is they are seeking to, and they are helping you to replenish your personal reserves of your energy so that you will feel replenished, and that adventure will soon bless your spirit in your life again. So it's time to really honor where you've been, honor where you're at right now, and make the effort to make the mental shift back to yourself and back to the heart and to the love that you felt with this connection and what kind of brought you in. For a lot of this people, I feel April could be significant. I'm hearing the Ides of March could be significant. There's this benevolent energy of spirit guides. Bees could be very relevant or synchronistic right now, or honey. And it's like, and I feel like this, I'm seeing like a milk bath, and it's like they're trying to lead you to times of prosperity, and they're trying to lead you away from this chapter of darkness. And yeah, I'm hearing that they are working constantly behind the scenes, and I'm hearing, I'm sorry that I had to leave you. I was also hearing the name Alex. Steve could be significant. I'm hearing someone's mother is here. Alice could also be significant. The numbers 111 or 1114 could be a sign. There is this energy of moving in tandem like every step of the journey. And that was really like what came out here again this morning, because I channeled this last night before bed, but I mean, when I woke up, it just had to come out. And yeah. And it's like I'm hearing I've never really gone, 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 never really gone, gone, gone. Oh, yeah, and it's what? How does the next part of the song go? Dancing in the dewdrops, something about waves of gold. But it's like this energy of being in the in between. This energy of them being everywhere. Like they are never really gone. They are in the grass you walk on. They are in the birds that you hear sing. Like they are in the wind on your face. They are in the sun on your skin. Wow. And I was also seeing the Five of Cups in my mind's eye. And so they are trying to send you this energy of like, I'm never really gone. And like, then what I'm feeling from like this, some of the earthly connections is I was hearing I'll Never Love Again by Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. And it's like I was hearing I'll never love someone the way I loved you, but please try like hell. And I was picking up on this beautiful, like really poetic, like it was like this really strong masculine warrior energy, but very poetic. And it was like this energy that very much disarmed. It was like this deep love of devotion. Hunting could be very significant. Um, but someone's sorry that they couldn't fulfill this promise in life, and they're working on this in spirit. I see an owl. The name Ron or Ronald could also be significant that was coming through. And I was seeing a bright, bright light. And I was being led into a garden. Maybe you or your loved one spent lots of time gardening or in the garden. Um, so they were showing me these seeds that were like sprouting in their hands, and it was a man and a woman. It was like morphing between the two, and they were so excited about what they had. They were like they were holding a ball of light, and they're like trying to show me like, look what I'm doing, look what I'm doing. And they're planting this light. They're planting this light with love and reverence, and they were covering it up like, and they were like patting it like they loved it, and they were loving you, and this was for you. And this woman, she had a red shirt, and like a hat and a scarf. And the man that I was seeing, he was a black man, and he had white hair. He was older, and he had glasses, and he was just so warm and loving, and just pleasant, like a genuinely like just a sweet soul. And he would be what I would describe as like a king of hearts, like someone who could really empathize or hold space for anybody. He was genuinely like someone who was so loved. But yeah, they were showing me this energy of shh, like this is for you. And I know that this is collective energy right now, but I'm telling you, I was hearing mum's the word. So quite literally, and this is again a collective reading, but they were also saying like what I was hearing is someone could quite literally have something buried for them in their garden. Take that how it resonates. Obviously, that's definitely not for everyone. So don't use your discernment. But if maybe there's like some inheritance or something that you've been looking for, maybe try digging in the garden. Um, Yeah, sunflowers could also be significant for that. But I was also hearing that there's this vow that they plan on keeping that they were not able to fully, what's the word, like complete, or they didn't feel like they really were able to keep their word in the way that they thought they would be able to. Yeah, oh my gosh, the prayer. And it's like I feel like it is they're almost praying from spirit that you see the signs, that you know that they haven't given up on you, and that they genuinely are on the other side doing the best that they can. The medallion, yeah, oh my gosh. And the vow, that's exactly what I was saying. That is exactly what I was saying. Like there is like this vow, like they vowed. Oh, I've got chills everywhere. And yes, I don't know what the medallion means, but well, I'm gonna look that one up. But it's like this mentor. This is the energy of like they couldn't do it, in life, and now they are doing it in spirit. They're guiding you in spirit, and it's like for a lot of you, they are doing more in spirit than what they actually could in their lifetime, and they didn't realize that, you know, when they were alive, and I don't think you did either. Wow. Yeah, so do not ever, I'm hearing it again, I'm never really gone, 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 never really gone, gone, gone. Wow. Yeah, the ocean could be significant. Whew, there's so much energy. Yeah, there's definitely just this really, really beautiful, harmonious connection. I feel like I feel with this vow too, you know, obviously this is giving marriage collectives for a lot of you, but I do feel like this lift up, like they're trying to lift you out of this darkness and into this light. Like they're trying to lead you into this light. And it feels very much like this cycle, like this cycle of self-sabotage, this cycle of grief, this cycle of hurt and wounding. And it genuinely, they're like trying to let you know, like they are never ever gone, and they are here, and they're watching over you, and they're protecting you. Wow. Oh. And for me, the medallion, it almost feels like the tokens, or like the hidden signs and the hidden synchronicities, and the different little love notes that they leave around. You know, maybe a necklace could be significant for some of you, or maybe they're, yeah, medallion. It just feels like I'm seeing breadcrumbs in my mind's eye. I'm seeing breadcrumbs being laid down. And I feel like maybe the medallion is you getting close to that moment where you are connecting and you are seeing, and you're like, oh, no, that is them. Like, whoa, holy shit. You know? The warrior again. Oh my gosh. You have someone in spirit that is trying. They are just, I see these horns, and they're like just butting heads trying to get you to pay the fuck attention. Because they love you, because they love you so much. And they do not want to see you in this cycle. They literally are trying to pour like honey. Like they are literally trying to pour their love and all of their sweetness on you, because you're their gem. You're their diamond. You are their precious gem. Like I can't even describe this. It's the energy that I feel on my skin. It feels like someone is just like rubbing me everywhere. And so maybe they used to really rub your back, it's like I'm hearing like they were your rock. They were your rock. They were your safe space in the storm. And that is why they look out for you extra. Wow. There is just this overwhelming sorrow that you feel, that you've been abandoned, and that you've like retreated into this cave within yourself. Wow. I'm gonna look this up. The medallion. I'll pause it for a second while I look it up. Yeah, so I just looked it up. The medallion, literally the amulet, the talisman, the heirloom. So yes, there is something that this guide is trying to get you, and it's signs, but it's also like for some of you, wow, for some of you, it is a psychic gift, or it is an energetic like heirloom or talisman. Like it is an energetic thing that is passed down through this Whew, my ear just went out. It was like I just literally got like gonged like a bell in my ear. Okay. So quite literally though, there could be like a very important necklace, or there could be a very important piece of jewelry or something like that that you can use to like wear or connect, or maybe even as simple as putting on a pair of their shoes and going for a walk in their shoes, to really to connect in and allow that energy through. Yeah, wow. It says, imagine if you, your family, school, or social group had a crest, emblem, or an emblem. or an amulet, what would it be, and draw it? Do you believe that objects can change supernatural properties? And so, okay, quite literally, there has been this energy that has been coming through of psychometry, I believe it's called, but it's when you can hold a stone or an object and you can feel the energies attached to it. There, you get maybe flashes of the people or the places that it's been, or the different things that it's been used for. Quite literally, in the Stargate program that are U.S. government funded, they would have children that could, for example, hold like a battery, or they could hold like a machine, and they could see where inside of it the parts are not working properly, and they just knew. And so there's many different ways to utilize these gifts. Whew, my ears ringing again, so big confirmation for somebody. But what finally came out though too is the Althea, which represents truth, okay? And so I think that this is like your guides being like, not everything is as black and white as you think it is. And it's like life has technicolor. And I see this as like the chance of you meeting, like trusting in the truth of your love, trusting in the truth of your meeting, and trusting that you'll meet again. Wow, that's beautiful. Beautiful. What did I say? The hunter. I'm telling you, hunting could be, and I'm hearing, I will find you. I will find you. I feel like I'm like channeling like a Nicholas Sparks novel. It's just so beautiful. I've got, I feel this energy of like, do you know when you love someone so much that you could just burst out into tears because you just want them to know? Not because you're sad or happy, but because you're feeling so much emotion that like it's the only way, like your body just has to start leaking it. Don't be dirty. I'm not kidding. There is the poet. There is the poet. And so I feel like specifically, like, this is someone, there is this energy. There is this energy of sending you the sweetest little things. Maybe a hummingbird could be significant, or maybe you quite literally had something show up that was sweet at your house and you had no idea how it got there. But they are really trying to administer you antivenom, or this nectar, to really kind of bring down this acidity that grief has placed in your life. Wow, what a beautiful message, Spirit. I'm hearing the name Lisa. That could be familiar too, or significant. The devil coming out. Yeah. I think that what they're wanting to say is like, it is not God that wants you to be in this miserable state of grief and suffering. It is, we all have the spectrum of the God and devil inside of us. And so when we choose to believe that everything is happening, for the worse, or, against us, because we are trapped in identifying with a trauma or a grief. And I think a lot of times that trauma and that grief comes from not having full trust in an afterlife, and not really having the means or the confidence to try to communicate with our guides and with our loved ones. And I think when you kind of allow yourself that connection, and when you start allowing yourself to receive the signs from them, which can be very hard, okay? I'm not trying to in any way be like, oh, you're not doing a good job. Because when you are with grief, I mean, trust me, I've lost so many people. And it can be very, very hard when you are in the full weight and the full spectrum of your grief, to be able to receive high vibrational messages, especially as confirmation, especially from someone who has passed or crossed. And so, and it's because we are so like washed over with this darkness that we don't really see through it, you know, and they're out in the light, and so they're everywhere. But it's very hard, I guess. They're showing me like if you were on like a 2D piece of paper, trying to perceive the 3D from the 2D is hard. And as we are in the 3D, trying to perceive the fourth dimension and up, you know, it is this, it is more challenging to concept because we are literally at a lower dimension, we're at a lower vibration. And so the further that we go into judgment, anger, fear, anger, all of that, which again, it is not unhuman or wrong to go in those. We are meant to go through those emotions. But it is when we allow ourselves to be stuck, and when we create that as our identity, when we accept that as our truth, that is where this guide is trying to come in with this message and be like, no, my love, there's so much more. And they're trying to guide you back to this light. They're trying to guide you back to the light. You can't even make this up. I look down and it's literally spirit, like this hand, this past loved one, trying to guide you back to the light. Wow. Thank you, spirit. Thank you. King of Pentacles. Oh, Earth sign could be significant. Yeah, and especially with the castle coming out, you know, maybe they really did support you so much, or maybe they set you up really good when they passed. But either way, they just want you to know that they are always with you. And I'm hearing it's okay to love again. It is okay to love again. Yeah, they want to see you succeeding. They want to see you winning. They want to see you having celebrations. Yeah, and it's like don't kid yourself. They genuinely want to see you winning. That's us. I don't know how else I can say it. I just want, there's like this energy of like, that's coming through of honor, of honoring the connection, honoring what you had, and now honoring where you're at. Honoring where you're at. Even if it's not where you thought you would be or what you thought your life would look like. There's this energy of like picking up the pieces and like not disillusioning yourself anymore that you are left out from abundance. Yeah, and that and they're saying too, like, you are receiving signs, but it is your ego that tells you that couldn't really be happening, or that's not real, that's just made up, and it is your ego that is saying like, oh, I need more, which spirit will work with you. I mean, honestly, our guides are so powerful and they are so accommodating. So ask for what you need, but also like when it comes through, try not to discredit it. Try to be open to actually receiving it. Ask yourself, what would I need to actually be able to trust and understand, you know, and then set that and then really look out for it. Because I'm hearing like, this death was not final. This death is not the last time that you're going to meet. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, you are sitting here like feeling like you're fumbling around in the dark and you don't even realize it, but they are on the other side holding the light for you. Holding the light for you. Wow. Yeah. This, for a lot of you, this is really, I feel like with the Four of Wands coming out in reverse, it definitely feels like a spouse who's passed. Playing with the Queen of Hearts. The Joker is the only fool. Do anything for you. That's probably not even the words, but that's what I just heard. I'd do anything for you. Wow. Spirit, the warrior again. I'm sorry, I'm just to show you, I'm like just cutting this deck in half. The warrior. They're like, this is someone that would go to war for you. Honestly, I would not like to be anyone that got in the way of this guide. They say they are pulling you out of this cave and they are bringing you back into this creation of life. You can, oh my gosh, and you look at, Look at that. So when I tell you, like, you can expect to get over this, whatever this huge hurdle is, maybe you have genuinely felt separated from your craft, from your creativity, from your intuition. Maybe you felt really cut off from your inner truth, your inner mojo, your inner creativity, your inner passion. That's going to be changing. That's going to be changing soon. Yeah. Whew. I'm hearing the tides are changing. The tides are changing. And I'm hearing this. Wow. Maybe someone needs to express, or maybe you need to channel or write or sing some of this emotion that you feel out. Because it's like the heart is like an ocean and it can hold so much. And yeah, there is just like this energy of expressing what is on your heart instead of holding it in. Yeah. I honestly have to stop here. This is a lot of energy and my throat chakra is like gumming up. So I'm gonna take a pause here, and I love you so much. And thank you. If you made it to the end, drop me a white dove. Drop me a white dove. All right? I love you guys.